likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit.
Okay, so really hoping there is no squishy body at the bottom of this cliff.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired, curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
Lovely. Nice to know this lovely island is so beautifully disgusting. This is Milepost Commentary with me, Paige of Maces. I almost forgot to say my full name. Oh dear. Really just found a boat in the middle of nowhere. It kind of looks a bit like a Viking longboat. Maybe that's what he's... Looking back, maybe that's what he meant by the body of Jakobsen. Perhaps he is talking about a boat. Because you can give boats fairly human-sounding names.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
And that's even lovelier. I have to love a medical drama in the middle of all this, and this is where things get beautiful. Seriously, just look at it. I almost didn't. Whee! Down we go. Shift my mouse out of the way. I don't know why I do that when there's nothing to see. And here we have a loading screen. A rather pretty looking loading screen, don't you think? These don't take long, which is all good. Well, this is really riveting. Here we go. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
From here, this last time, I have understood there is no turning back. The torch is failing along with my resolve. I can hear the singing of the sea creatures from the passages above me, and they are promising the return of the gulls.
Sea creatures like mermaids? And this is seriously cool. All the stalagmites and stalactites, it's seriously... This is just amazing. How these people have managed to code all this in, my mind boggles. Even though I'm seeing it for like the second time, it's still like awe-inspiring, man. And there I go gushing. But who wouldn't gush? I mean, just look at that. It's beautiful. I love all the blue phosphorescence. They've really put a hell of a lot of effort into this. And the background music as well is beautiful. I'm going to have to play this game a second time. And possibly a third. And encourage other people to play it. That almost looks like he's painted those bits in himself. Because that's sort of like the Oh, I am slowly pulling my headphone out. That looks like the same shade that he uses to paint stuff onto the walls of various things. And those mushrooms look pretty cool. Almost looks like they've been painted on as well. Well, they're probably sort of 3D. I love the way how it looks in torchlight. If I didn't have claustrophobia, I would go caving all the more often just so I could look at places like this, and this bit, it's still breathtaking looking at it in post. It looks like something you would see in a fantasy film or even in another world. You could almost imagine like orcs and trolls and balrogs or fairies or other things living in a place like this. Oh man, seriously, I would go explore things like this in real life if I could, just because it's so beautiful.
I first saw him sat by the side of the road. I was waiting for you to be cut out of the wreckage. The car looked like it had been dropped from a great height. The guts of the engine spilled over the tarmac, like water underground.
Ah, so there was a car crash. That is... what is that a diagram of? It looks like something you'd have in like science class, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I should have paid more attention in science, and I am forgetting the name of the class. Not home ec, that's cooking. In DT, that's the one. Wood tech or whatever. It's been a while since I've been in school. You can forgive me for getting all the names of classes. I suppose there's something completely different now. And those look like male symbols up there. But no female symbols. Symbolism. I'm pretty distracted by this cave at this point. I just want to hang around down here for ages. Exploring. How on earth he got those candles in there, I don't know. That's impressive stuff for a guy with a broken leg. At least I think this is a guy with a broken leg. I really don't know who the character you're supposed to be playing is. Let's return to this place, this beautiful area of green. With the seaweed and moss and stuff, and fall down into some more water. And I immediately tried to escape because these are things that happened the first time I tried to swim. This is no breath meter or anything like that. Upstream into more beauty. So this is just going to be the episode where I gush about everything, because this is seriously, seriously amazing. So, walking around here looking at everything. Just, more water. Can't go through there. Keep heading upwards. Then we're up on another side of the ledge, because that's where you come down. Look how beautifully they've rendered the moss in the water. You almost could imagine that there's like there's going to be creatures hanging around in here and stuff. Seriously. This is really badly affecting my commentary, but just because it's so beautiful, I don't really want to say anything in case I ruin the moment. Maybe I should have done this just entirely silent. Like a silent playthrough. And here's coming up, here's a bit of a crap jump cut because I wanted to take a photo and ended up accidentally pausing the recording rather than taking a screenshot, because those mushrooms are so cool. And I ended up accidentally walking a little bit further along. Seriously, just look at them. Aren't they so cute? And I don't really like mushrooms. But never mind. We have a wonderful cave to wander around in. The only annoying thing was the occasional bounce of lag I got. It's like moving really, really slowly. This is... seriously.
I'm traversing my own death throes. The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
That's not really a good idea. You'd probably end up killing yourself if you had fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol. Diazepam is a sedative. Paracetamol gets rid of headaches. And it's a painkiller. Really, really slow acting painkiller. There's the postman. That's a really random thing. I don't know what that means. That K in a circle. This is really cool. Apart from that fish. I think it was a fish in the water there. Look at the crystals, man. Freaking crystals down here and all. Glowing in the dark. I'm not quite sure what they are. I think that might be quartz. That way. There's another one of those paintings. The electrical diagram. Seriously, that's so pretty. Seriously. And there's more crystals up on the ceiling. They're kind of glowing in the dark as well. Mermaid's purse looking thing. I almost want to cut here just so I can but that'd be a bit silly just because I know I'm spending forever exploring, but this game is so beautiful you just want to explore every square inch. So I had the weird lag. Yeah, for some reason I was moving at a fair clip and then suddenly it's just sort of slowed down. Oh god, I can hear my neighbours through the wall again. do wish they would shut up sometimes. And there's more crystals. More pretty things. I think I definitely stayed a bit too long down here just because the guy is no longer talking. There's a cool little beach over there. It's funny how in the real world caves tend to be the thing that gets explored the least. Unless there's like apart from under the sea, it's like you don't even realise there's like a whole other world underneath the surface of the earth. Like everyone talks about how the jungles and mountains are beautiful, but no one really pays much attention to caves, although there's some beautiful pictures that I've seen of caves where there are gigantic crystals sticking out of them and things in the ice. That looks like a canoe with a hammer through it. I've got no idea what it means. I don't want to go in the water again, but I have to. The BGM in this game is amazing too. So sort of haunting and sad. All the sound effects are really good as well, like the water. There we are, finally on the beach. Oh, I keep accidentally leaning on my headphone cord. I should stop doing that. Move it out of the way. Oh, there's another ultrasound scan. I don't know why, but seeing them is sort of like partly the saddest thing in the game, just because you can't really work out what the image is of. Because you see something that looks like an ultrasound scan, and you think, baby? I guess it's a bit less sad if it's just kidney stones, but kind of hard to see. And we begin the ascent out of the cave. Another one of those chemical things. It's really bugging me what the hell that's supposed to represent. So I like to think I'm vaguely intelligent, but I just don't really understand half of the electronical diagrams and I don't understand any of them or what the chemical symbols are supposed to represent. Oh, it's got something to do with that mug that we found in that bothy. Other than that, I do not know. You know, when I first recorded this was reminding me of something, and now I remember. This kind of reminds me of how I think that Sheol Ghoul would look like from the Wheel of Time. This is seriously cool, all these little geodes everywhere.
I will hold the hand you offered to me, from the summit down to this well, into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
Well, that's morbid. Don't really know what to say about that one. Crematoriums are very sad places. Behold Damascus. Foreign? Wow. This bit's pretty cool, if somewhat insane. The sheer amount of paint he's managed to put down here. Or I've managed to put down here. And the BGM is haunting. Really properly haunting. Away from being something. Then we've got like the natural phosphorescence and tentacles growing through the roof. I think they're supposed to be like mini stalactites. Or new ones. Or roots maybe. Roots of some like giant tree up above or plant. Hard to tell, hard to tell. But beautiful either way. More water. These do look like roots. I hope my microphone isn't picking this up. I don't think it is. If the sound sounds a bit, if the background sounds a bit doubled, that's why. So I've turned it up so I can hear things properly. Oh, now this is seriously cool. Just the graphics in this are amazing. I don't want to raise my voice and get excited just because it's sort of like so awe-inspiring. IELTS something 220. I really don't know what that says. I think I focused way too much on it. Let's jump down this hole again. Another paint tin. Sploosh. Ah, this is freaky. Sort of hell motorway in a way. Underwater hell motorway. This must be the traffic accident he's been alluding to. You swim really slowly. This is where I'm thankful that they haven't put any human looking things in the game, just because that would be even sort of creepier. Is this what there is really at the bottom of that pool, or is this just some hallucination? I just want to get out of here. That was weird and creepy as all hell. Seriously. Really, really, really creepy. Alright, come on. Let's get to the surface. Here I am just sort of, I was panicking because I couldn't surface properly. I was like, oh no, I'm going to be stuck in the water. But thankfully, you get out and you see this. It's like fireworks made out of water. How is that not cool? Water fireworks, guys. Seriously. The game is amazing. I know I'm gushing way too much for it. It's that graphic. It looks beautiful. Finally the lag wears off. We get to start trotting again. Checking there's not another great big drop. Moving the mouse out of the way, despite the fact there's nothing there apart from the progress bar that is kind of hard to see. I have a horrible feeling I'm about to sneeze in a second. Oh god. No, don't sneeze, don't sneeze, don't sneeze, don't sneeze. Okay. Everything's fine. Love all the fade-ins. But here we come to the end of this episode. There's going to be one more after this. I'm Paigeofmaces.